What's up, guys? Video log number 2. So I promised you I'd get at least one video out each week. The last video was out last Tuesday, so today is Monday. And how did the week go? Okay, it wasn't perfect. Wasn't really that good, to be honest. I had my mum's 50th barbecue on Saturday, and I knew I was going to overeat. I knew I was going to have a few drinks, so I planned for that. I had a low calorie day the day before, and I planned for that to be a high day. So what I did is, the day before I ate 1500 calories, which is really low, and I planned to have around 4000 calories on the Saturday to balance it out, and the overall week I would still be in a deficit. So did that work? It did. The weight was down overall, and I finished the week on a 2 pound drop. So if I recall rightly, the last time I done the video I was 198 and I'm 196 now. So you could say that was a successful week, but it could have been better. And the reason why I say it wasn't great, or it wasn't perfect, my training wasn't great. My strength was dropped a bit. I don't know if that's because of the big drop in calories, or my mind playing tricks with me, a psychological kind of effect telling me that I'm weak now. I don't know, but it could be because I haven't had a deload or a rest week in about 3 months. So maybe my body is telling me that it needs some rest. I'm kind of beating up my central nervous system, lifted heavy and intense for a long time. So I'm thinking about having a rest week this week. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm going to have a rest day today, and this video I will show you my training that I did on Saturday. It was a push session with my client Nathan, so that will be in the video this week. And yeah, I'll assess what I feel like tomorrow and then go from there. But what I wanted to quickly talk about on this video is about consistency, overall consistency, and having a kind of a balance when you're trying to lose body fat. Now, a lot of people will normally just go out all out and drop the calories, hit the cardio, try to eat clean when they start a dieting phase. And you're just basically setting yourself up for failure if you're doing that. It's got to be more planned, more strategic, and you've got to be realistic and know that there will be social events that come up that you don't want to turn down. So saying that you're going to lose a certain amount of weight in a certain time period without factoring those in is not going to help. So it's always good to allow a few more weeks and try to plan those social events in. And what I like to do is, what I did is basically have low days, have high days, to kind of balance it out. So the overall week you're still in a deficit, which is all that matters. Now, that's not optimal, because if you're doing really low days, that's going to affect your training. And to be honest, it didn't that day. Surprisingly, the low calorie day I trained pretty well. So sometimes high calories doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have a good training session. There's so many different variables: sleep, your mood, your stress levels, water intake. So it's not just calories. But I'm finding now, with my lack of motivation and my training not going great, it could be just down to overtraining, or probably just needing a rest. Not actually overtraining in terms of like volume, but just not letting my body have a rest. So this is where you have to kind of be smart, because I'm seeing signs, and I thought it was signs that I was gaining too much body fat, which was important to start the dieting phase now. But the signs are that I need a rest, because my joints are starting to hurt. I'm getting pains in my knees, which I never do. So I should have noticed that a bit beforehand. I'm not one to have a lot of time off the gym or do deloads, so I'll just have a week off. But you know, the months fly by and you don't realise that you haven't had time off for a while. So, but we'll see how I feel tomorrow. I don't want to have time off, but it will probably benefit me, and I need that motivation back, because it's just not there. And I'll be honest, sometimes I'm in the gym and I just want to walk out halfway through. I don't know if you've ever felt that before, and it's just not a good feeling, to be honest. Sometimes it's just not going your way in the gym and you think, well, what's going on? You've got to enjoy training for it to be consistent, and for you to get the result that you want. You don't really want to fight yourself or fight to try and push yourself to get to the gym. You should want to go to the gym, and at the minute I'm not wanting to go to the gym. So I hope maybe the week will do me good. Week off will do me good. So this is my second video. The first video was okay, up to 100 views, which is good. I would appreciate if anyone could, if you're watching this, just give me a comment down below. Any questions that you've got, I'll answer them, and I do want to make these a bit better. I understand that at the minute it's just me talking for a good 10 minutes and then showing some training, but I said at the start that these wouldn't be fancy. I just wanted to document a bit about how this is going, and I probably should give you a lot more. So the next one will be better. The next one will be better. I've got a few recipe videos that I made last year that I didn't put up on my YouTube channel, so stay tuned for those. Some good protein recipes that I'll start uploading. And yeah, just keep watching. If you don't follow me on Instagram, head over to there. I post some daily content over there, and I'm on Insta stories a lot. But I will be showing you the physique shortly. I haven't shown you what I look like yet, which you probably want to see, but I'm only 2 weeks in. So okay guys, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed the training footage, and as always, if you've got any feedback on these videos or anything you want me to talk about, just comment below, and I'll be sure to take that on board and answer any questions that you may have. Speak to you guys later. First meal of the day. So it's 12 PM, midday, and this will be my first meal. 6 whole eggs with 5 grams of coconut oil, 100 grams of spinach. When I woke up this morning, I had 15 millilitres of apple cider vinegar, 1 serving of greens drink, 1 curcumin, 1 vitamin D3, which is 10,000 IU, 1 omega-3 fish oil, 1 vitamin C, and 1 evening primrose oil. So no training today, just a rest day. First exercise is the wide grip lat pull down. So as you can see, I'm bringing the bar down to my chest, not swinging it back, nice controlled. I'm trying to drive those elbows right back as far as I can and get a deep stretch, and just contracting the lats right at the bottom. second exercise, we've got machine single arm row. So I'm fully lengthening the arm, bringing the elbow back, squeezing it slightly. Try not to, use momentum too much. I see a lot of people swinging this movement. You don't need to. You want to keep your chest on the pad, and then just let the arm do the movement. Really bring that elbow back into your lats. So third exercise, one of my favourite movements for the back, we've got machine pullovers. Now the key here is to get a nice big stretch, and then again driving those elbows right deep into your back, slight squeeze, and then again a big stretch. So last exercise for back, we've got the V-bar grip pull downs. Similar to wider grip pull downs, we want to keep your body upright, slightly leaning back, and then driving that bar down to the top of your chest, engaging your lats, and just making sure you're not using momentum to kind of lift the weight. Really feel this a lot better than a wide grip pull down. Exercise, dumbbell shrugs. So you want to keep your arms straight, just shrugging straight up, trying to get your shoulders to touch your lower ears. Try not to flare your arms out to the side or shrug forward or back. It's literally one movement, shrugging upwards, depressing your shoulders and then lifting up again. The biceps, we've got machine preacher curl. This is an exercise where you really want to be concentrating on contracting the bicep throughout the whole movement. So fully lengthen the arms, bringing the weight up, contracting your biceps, making sure you're not using your shoulders or any other body part to get the weight up. Last exercise for this pull session, we've got double bicep cable curls. Now as you can see, the cable attachments are at different heights, which made it quite awkward. I didn't really notice. But the key here is to kind of lengthen your arms and, again, like the preacher curl, contract the biceps as you're bringing the attachments in. Really concentrate on feeling it in the muscle. Second meal of the day, we have beef mince in there, some rice, red peppers, some spinach and olive oil. And this is seasoned with salt, turmeric that gives it that yellow colour, and some paprika in there. So this is one of my favourite meals. Second meal of the day, as you saw earlier, I had my eggs and spinach. So kind of an intermittent fasting approach this day. I don't normally do it like this, but super busy working, so this is a really high calorie meal. And I'll probably have one more meal just before bed.